Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
So I've been reading an article in the New York Times about a very small story, you'd think, but it sums up everything about our influence as society and where we are. This is a Bikram yoga class in New York, and Bikram yoga is a 90-minute class. It's quite a specific class. The room is heated. Many yoga rooms are, but this is a particular style of yoga. As I said, it's called Bikram yoga, and it's a 90-minute class. During this 90-minute class, 20 minutes in, this woman, who happens to be an influencer with millions of followers, reaches down and she breaks her pose, takes a sip of water.
Right.
The instructor says, I'd rather you didn't do that right now. Why don't you wait to the designated halfway through mark? Because in Bikram yoga, you're taken through a series of moves, and it says here that you're encouraged to refrain from drinking in this style of yoga until half an hour in, usually once they reach a particular pose called the eagle pose. So she hadn't waited. She wanted a drink of water. The proponent, the instructor, says you don't get the best benefits from this if you drink water outside those prescribed times.
Right. What about the downward dog? Where does that fit in?
I don't know if that's Bikram. I'm absolutely not sure. But in this era of obsessive hydration, this has been a big story. So this woman is told, I'd prefer it if you didn't take a drink right now. This woman, her fiancé is doing the class with her, doesn't say anything to the instructor, but she leaves the class. And she then gets on her phone and does a rant. This is why it's everything about modern society. So she does a rant, and she says, let me try and find it here, that the instructor had bullied her, called her out in front of everyone and said, it's not time to drink water. I'll let you know when you can drink water. I don't want you to drink water. So 2 million users see this rant of hers. And other people, of course, as I said, everyone needs to be uber hydrated at all times, says, how dare they stop you drinking water? There's such outrage about this that the instructor is sacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the instructor says, I didn't bully her. I just said if you can refrain, do, but your own free will, do what you like. The instructor is sacked, and the story has just got bigger and bigger. So this one phrase in this really stuck with me, because you think, well, you know, take or leave. We're doing a Bikram yoga class.
Yeah.
If you want to have a sip, do it. The instructor probably shouldn't tell her not to. But the story now has ended in the instructor's getting a sack, and she has said, you are seeing this new era, young people having a very hard time being told what to do.
Yeah.
So there are strict instructions that go around this Bikram set of moves, and being told what to do doesn't suit anyone anymore. And also, rather than just being annoyed and leaving, she has a rant on her phone. 2 million people see it. Instructor gets sacked.
Doesn't go to the person, has a rant on.
That's right. Says nothing to the instructor herself. And the Bikram studio the next day, having seen her comments, sort of tried to make light of it, saying, sorry, we don't mean to, that's not our intention. If you want to have a sip, that's okay. But by then the damage had been done.
Generation.
So what happened is started as a very small story, a woman doing a yoga class, having a sip of water, being uncomfortable when she was asked not to, has blown up into this giant, long article in the New York Times, because it sums up everything about both sides of where we are.
Can't tell them anything.
Can't tell them anything. But in this, I love the expression, in this age of obsessive hydration. You and I grew up without ever having a sip of water.
I don't think I drank
never
water until
measured
last week.
And I never measured my protein. Today, people spend most of their day weighing protein.
How do you even do that?
Every single food influencer is saying, this is great for you, and protein is good for us. Here's how many calories it is. Here's how much protein you're getting.
Yep.
We're all obsessed. Water and protein.
I look at Jeremiah Rai, he measures his grain waves every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love grainies.
His mum packs his little lunch.
Little lunch box there.